Hello everyone and welcome back to Mortal Empires. Last time the video overflowed a bit, but let's open up the turn here. We got Dwarven Diplomats, which is going to help quite a bit, plus 10 diplomatic relations with all factions, and Dwarf Emissaries is plus 20. These stack, by the way, which is very helpful and something that you should always know, keep in mind. Now to start working on my income again. Money is good, money is God. Always keep this in mind.
The axe thirsts for war.
I'm tempted to decommission Deldrick, honestly, just to save myself a little money. Now that I have 12 cards here from the garrison troops, which includes Great Weapon Warriors, and I'm upgrading to the point where I'll have Longbeards and a Thane by default, I don't think I need this guy anymore. It'll save me 250 plus a little bit. Also, it didn't save me very much at all, but it did save me something, so I'm okay with it. Alright, the walls here are a bit naff. I'd rather have Longbeards. This way, if they come in less than 4 turns, it'll be fine. If they come in more than 4 turns, it'll also be fine. Ah! Money. I got you, didn't I? I got you. I got you. That didn't matter. Alright, what hero hasn't moved? Ah! Crag Gundadrak. Mister, I'm going to screw up chaos for you.
Onward. Ready. Move.
This is going to be problematic. There's quite a lot of chaos stacks. I'm hoping that once I've built up my army at Crocodrock, I don't intend to move out with anything less than a full stack, given hostile troops can get very nasty. Granted, Chaos Marauders aren't very good in a fight. Like, they don't even have the Norse Marauder Berserk thing to help them out. They're just kind of bad. Like, I'm not even sure how else to describe it besides they're just kind of bad. Also, I do like the description of gemstones. I pointed out in Lizardmen Let's Play, and I figure I should point it out again. With only the occasional daemon imprisoned within. After all, it's okay if it's only occasional that there's a daemon in your gemstones.
Not this time, laddie. For the wisdom of Valea. Aye, lad, what can I do? Get these cannons moving!
Alright.
Lord of the Angrund.
Looking at how things go, I'm probably going to want to go to Zavastra.
Leading.
Various reasons for this exist, but the main one is quite simple. There's an Empire stack already there. Though I may try and hold it Bacafin instead, because that will have a decently sized garrison, honestly. 9 cards is half an army. While it's not very high quality units, it will still be units that will die before my troops do.
Volkmar.
Oh! Volkmar replaced the Reichsguard with the Royal Altdorf Greyfights. Demigryph Knights are some of the best cavalry in the game, so him doing that is going to be a very nice advantage. Honestly, if you're playing Dwarves in Empire, having the Dwarves bring a very firm front line of troops while you bring your scary cavalry and your massive cannons and all your gimmicks, basically, that the Empire kind of has trouble using because their line troops need a lot of careful use to actually hold. Bringing those in support of a Dwarven army is really helpful. Especially if you do something silly like a full Demigryph stack and your dwarf ally brings a pure infantry stack and you manage to come in from behind the enemy army. Hammer, demigriffs. Anvil, dwarves. It's very hard to argue with a dwarven anvil. Granted, now dwarves themselves don't have many hammers to take advantage of hammer and anvil tactics, but
Ready?
still. Who's 3? The Vargar 3. Wow. Wow. Okay. The Vargar are actually the third most dangerous faction, and the Karazhan Corps holds the first and second. That's kind of impressive.
Vengeful Rune Lord.
Now, so you know, I prefer to recruit Rangers into this army, but due to the local issues, basically, don't think I'll be able to. I could get them a grudge thrower or a bolt thrower. Let's do that, and then I'll buy them 2 Quarrelers and another Iron Breaker. Alright, that's orange, so I can disband one of the Slayers. So I don't want to keep the Slayers around, and that puts me at 6. 6. I generally like having my front line a little heavier than my back line. Let's go for this. 3 turns and Bronze Scour Scowl will start moving out and take Sejoltraken. The S-name settlement that's in the Crocodrock province. The Giant Home Mountains. Why is that name so hard for me to say? It is a dumb name and a bad name. Let's end the turn. But yeah, as long as the Empire holds out long enough that I can actually get my troops there and I can play supporting stack with them, I should be good. Oh, don't tell me Ostland is at war with the Empire. This is not the time you want to be fighting amongst yourselves, you absolute morons. Oh my God. You absolute, utter morons. M-O-R-O-N-S. Chaos is right there. It is 4 stacks of very murderous super soldiers. You are idiots. I-D-I-O-T-S. Let's speed this up. Run to Bellalade, good. Still though. Idiots! What else? Nothing the game seems to care about. Looks like the South might get overrun, but it might not. Depends on how good the defenses are in these areas. If nothing else, though, I will hold them at Angrund. I don't think Chaos can break through my defenses at Angrund.
I am Belagar, true king of the 8 peaks.
Okay. Those who delve. That's actually a pretty interesting thing to call the dwarves. Those who delve. Accurate. Unexpected, but accurate. Looks like we're going through the various provinces, including Ostland, you bunch of morons. Talabecland, you slightly less moronic morons. Knights of the Flame are at least pushing back Chaos, even if they're failing epically at it. Still, though, holding off the assault in the north is going to be very important. If I could manage to fight alongside the Empire AI, though, that'd be very grand.
Incarnate.
Empire AI,
And weigh your
Dwarven
words.
player, and fighting chaos. Though that is a lot of... Do I want to not fight Clan Molder? No. There's a lot of Chaos and Varg stacks coming down from the north. I may not get there in time to actually play support with a proper stack, in which case I'm going to move to the most northern settlement I have that also happens to have runic walls, the maximum rank. I anticipated heavy issues. Alright, the Varg. Arguably the most dangerous faction on the board right now. Sure, they're not really a viable army technically, but, they have a rather large advantage. Oh nice, a grudge went away. Oh, you little shit. I believe that's the proper way to determine that.
For the wisdom of Valea. Shoulder axes, lads. We move.
I don't think I'm going to have to fight at Temple Hall.
Clan honor. One rank.
However, fortifying the location up, it will help, if nothing else. But the northernmost settlement I speak of is Karak-Ungor. Still, 4 stacks of Varg come, 2 stacks of Chaos, 2 stacks of the Empire there, 2 stacks of Varg in the back that are about half dead. The Warherd of Chaos appears to have turned into one guy, which means they probably got their asses kicked because Beastmen aren't really all that good unless they're under player control. They've got a lot of very scary gimmicks, do not get me wrong. Do not underestimate the fuzzies. That being said, don't overestimate them either. They're not really all that good. Units recruited. Ah, Sir Ironpick finished his duties. That means my fortress in the south of Resetra, along with the fortress of Doomglade, is going to be where Chaos will break in the south, unless if they come up from this direction. So that being said, Karak-Zorn does have gold, and it would be very fluffy to reclaim it.
If you dare. My axe thirsts for war.
Let's perform another campaign. If I get the Southlands World's Edge Mountains, well, they're probably filled with Skaven, but who cares if they're filled with Skaven? It's the Skaven. Even Skaven hates Skaven, and Skaven are Skaven. Oh, this isn't maxed. I thought it was. Let's upgrade it so it's shooting fused beer kegs! Even the screw-ups of the beer blades can still be used for something! Yeah, you can see how bad dwarf growth is. Look, I've had this as my main province for literally since the start of the game. Still haven't hit rank 5 with it. The strategic situation in the north is very scary right now. I can break a lot of Chaos stacks because their mainline infantry is still Chaos Marauders. They don't have Marauder Champions yet, or Berserkers. Marauder Berserkers are actually really dangerous to dwarves.
yes.
Zavastra, it has been basically abandoned, and I'm not surprised at all. If Castle von Rauken is hit by the Vargan Chaos, that'd be very helpful, as would Wolfenburg getting hit by the Vargan Chaos. They appear to be moving on Angrund, though, and I cannot blame the AI for moving in on Angrund. That would somewhat take a chunk out of the Norskin's ability to do anything, really. If only Bechafen had walls or a stack in it, I'd be really happy if it did.
That will incur my wrath.
Actually, looking at things,
Your
some of these
demise
stacks are a bit
is
smaller
certain.
than they should be. Like, that's an 18 instead of the full 20. That's an 18 instead of the full 20. This is a
Never.
16 instead of the full 20.
Cease.
I wonder what that says.
I challenge the Urk.
Let's stab him in the face.
The throng is mustered.
Yay! I forgot that was a grudge. Successful assassination, though. That'll help. Let's get him assassin. 7% higher chance to do that. And do I have any anti-corruption things I can throw on you? No, you already have the good ones. Right then. Still, taking a level 22 out of the working's gonna hurt the Varg quite a bit, especially if he was intended to provide army support. It's going to be interesting figuring out how to blunt the initial Chaos Assault. They appear to be heading straight down the river Reich, just following all the tributaries that flow from the mountains here, from all the way over like there. Barely following all of those into the River Reich that quite a lot of the Empire is based around. Because river commerce is quite important to the Empire. Cheaper than land commerce, easier to do. That's actually a realistic thing about the Empire, which is very strange in a setting with dwarves and elves and all that. You don't really expect realism, you know? Just in case. I'll auto-resolve Obersteyr into the ground. At that point, Salvatore von Karlsbruck will probably charge, and I will wreck his face off.
The council is disappointed.
Oh. The Skaven are here. My support, Belegar is going to have to operate with the support of the Empire or the support of a garrison at this point, because, I'm going to have to use this army to not only smash Obersteyr into the ground, I'm going to have to hold Eschen with it too. You know what? Honestly, I don't think I can hold Eschen, but I think I can give the Skaven one hell of a bloody nose.
Plan scheme is discordant.
For example, these guys, really weak to archers. 30% physical resist does not do too much for them. Yeah. Strength in numbers is what I was thinking of for the assassins. They don't get it, which makes sense. Decent buff. Does have a downside, but eh. Virgil Redmane is now a Taskmaster. I believe that's the I've stayed in March for frickin' ever one. Yep. Called it. Oh, Blood River Valley is level 5. That'll be very helpful indeed. Ah, the Empire is moving up. I just need to figure out a way to delay Chaos long enough. If I could pull some of their stacks into an ambush, that'd be really nice. 'Cause that's one-on-one, and I feel confident being able to beat any Chaos stack in an ambush one-on-one, even if unless it's like a full stack of Chosen, and the AI isn't good enough to do that. Looks like the Dwarf AI is has taken out top knots, but again, I'm not sure they can hold the South. The AI is not too good at hold the line style things. And you... Okay, steel technology is actually pretty valuable for Chaos, honestly, because they have really long research times and very few ways to buff it up. Ah, here she is, the Fey Enchantress. The pellet with the poison is in the vessel with the pestle. The chalice in the palace is the brew that is true. Little ditty. Don't know where it's from, honestly, in the fluff. I think it's from one of the Bretonian codexes, but there's a lot of those, so yeah. And Krutgar! Can't imagine he's happy with the sudden resurgence of chaos. Guy did not really like that in the fluff, because, well, it's chaos and he is a lizard man. They are literally programmed to hate chaos on the genetic level. There are no known chaos lizard men, except possibly some chaos spawn. Those are less chaos lizard men and more chaos flesh meat murder golems made with lizard men bits. And we have the various Empire factions doing what they do. And oh, Nordland's actually Nordland has a full stack. What is Nordland doing with its full stack? Nordland is taking Angrund. Not bad. Good idea. That is a good idea, taking Angrund. You're still doing that. You're seriously still doing this, Ostlin. Chaos is literally right there, a movement turn away from you, and you're seriously still doing this. Ostlin, what the fuck? Like, I can't think of anything else to say. Ostlin, what the fuck? And Tempelhof is doing something. It is... What? 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 Tempelhof? What? Alright, this is actually something important going on. Clan Mulder, you're moving in on Eschen. No one is surprised. Oh. I can afford to lose Eschen. I don't think my front line is up to the task of dealing with theirs, unfortunately. Which is the dwarves basically means I'm screwed. No escaping battle now. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. The menace below. Oh, they have the Molder Clan Stone. Better dying through chemistry. Oh my. Better dying through chemistry. Better dying through chemistry. Okay. Okay. Okay, game. Okay. That's pretty good. Better dying through chemistry. Auto resolve this. Goodbye. Oh. They lost their warp fire thrower. That's really, really good. That unit type deals a lot of armor piercing damage and a lot of leadership damage. While dwarves can take leadership damage like a champ, they can't do it so well against armor piercing damage, because most of the dwarves' defensiveness is indeed their armor. Hello, Varg. What are you going to do? Because you're one of the other important factions that I can actually say things about instead of just sitting here being silent through the intern. Kind of hard to fill up empty space after all. They're attacking the Ostland! Yay! They're going to take casualties and they're going to wipe out those idiots who are going to war with the Empire. Bringing a lot of stacks, so they're probably not going to take too many casualties, though. What? They backed the stack off and... Ah, taking Savastra. Okay, that'll do it. Gerha, what? Where'd you come from? Well, now I'm just confused. Kind of angry. A lot of angry, honestly.
It shall be done. Do not displease me. I think not. Belligar Ironhammer.
Wait, am I at war with these guys? Oh, there's some rebels.
Our ancestors would be proud.
XP farming! A surprising amount of lag there. I'm kind of worried about that. What caused that?
On my way.
Well, that was worth the work. Yum, 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 yum. That was good. That was very good. I would say it was unbelievably good if I hadn't just seen it, honestly. Blade shield, please, Belligar. You still have higher melee attack than you do defense, and for a dwarf, that's simply unacceptable. And move next to Bachafin and encamp.
I will do as you ask.
If AI tries something, I'll do something. Next turn, we're going to be moving at it, Croc and Drock, and starting to do stuff again. I'm also going to get a reinforced gate first, before anything else, on the grounds of, well, Croc and Drock, you know.
My axe thirsts for war.
You hop over, right next to the Lost Plateau. Does this place have any... It has some pretty bad Skaven corruption. Carrick, Zorn, and the like probably are owned by the Skaven. That is my opinion as someone who has played this game before. Ah! Research up. Right.
Time for a reckoning.
You.
As the High King commands. Drang them.
Gimme.
Ready.
Well, I don't believe that officially wipes out Templehof as a faction. I think I have effectively wiped out Templehof as a faction. I don't really like the Rangers actually, I don't really like the Rune of Courage much, because it's another one of those things that you have to do a lot of work to keep going properly, and it's not so amazing that you want to do said work. It seems I can't replace it, though, which is kind of odd. More than slightly worrying.
Revenge incarnate.
Alright, let's look at these guys. Do you have a student? You don't. You have a Teller of Tales, which isn't bad. A Stonemason, though, can be replaced by a student quite easily. Gimme, 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 gimme. Research rate 202%, ladies and gentlemen. 202%. Sit and think about how fast that is for a moment. I have over double research speed. I don't want Sea Slayers, honestly. What do I want to make better? Recite Ancient Grudges would not be bad. It'd also lead me into Royal Guard, which would make my hammerers very good at beating the ever-loving shit out of chaos. Lord recruit rank there is new. Forget field engineers, my artillery would shoot faster. That would not be bad at all. Let's go for Royal Guard. And again, am I going to be using any Thunderer? Actually, no. I'm going to be fighting Chaos, and Chaos has very dangerous lords and heroes. So let's get this. Upgrade my lords and heroes so they can fight Chaos's lords and heroes. Plus 3 melee defense, plus 3 armor, and plus 3% weapon strength. It's not huge, but it will help. I know this. Sure as the sun will rise. Get every little edge you can against Chaos. Otherwise, they'll have an edge against you.
Asinine.
Now, the big question here. Big old question. What is the AI going to do? If they move on Bachafin, I'm going to fight them here. Because they will be wounded, and I'll have replenished my troops. Even if I don't get the replenishment, I'll still fight, obviously, because my troops are not really all that badly wounded. And the only reinforcing groups are likely to be Norskins, who are not very good. They do have a lot of Chaos Trolls, though. Chaos Trolls and the Chariots are going to be problems. Very large problems, honestly. As I've mentioned, the Dwarves don't really have very good anti-large. This army is more for killing greenskins than it is Chaos. The experimental army is tied down with, ironically, Skaven. The strategic situation is not doing too hot for me. And there's the war herd of Chaos and Volkmar. Wait, that's actually clever of Volkmar. He's raising their back lines. He's turning the back lines of the Varg into pus to try and keep them from being able to recruit more units. That's actually clever. Also, look at that adventuring party. 3 fighters, a rogue, and 2 clerics. What a strange build. In general, I don't really like hero spam tactics. They can work if you're one of the races with really strong heroes, but I generally find that a Master Engineer and a Runesmith or a Master Engineer and a Thane are good enough for the Dwarves. The Thane is for if your Lord is a Rune Lord, and the Runesmith is for if your Lord is just a flat Dwarf Lord. And Thorgrim, what are you even doing? Why are you selling out to hit them with that? Oh! Wow, 2 Chaos stacks wiped. Good planning, Thorgrim Grudgebearer. Good job. Like, I'm legitimately impressed by that. Good job, AI. You don't usually manage to pull that off. And oh, he got the Slayer Crown. That's actually a really nice item. Look at that. Melee defense, armor, melee attack, ward save, all sorts of other cool shit. It doesn't compare to things like the Great Book of Grudges, the Damaz Kron, but still, pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Inlog Baraz Keeper. But now there's only 1 stack of that particular group of Chaos, which is going to help quite a lot in engaging them. Master Phantasmancers. I love that name, Phantasmancers. Makes me think of Fantasia and Mickey. Only, well, taken much more seriously in the overall comedic take of that movie. Of course they're the same thing. Chaos appears to be moving south. Do they think I'm not going to pop out and take them? The pellet with the poison is in the Vestal with the pestle. The chalice from the palace has the brew that is true. Yep, I got that right. Good. It's a pretty good bombardment, honestly. Just the effects aren't really all that good. You would expect something like that to give you, like, regeneration or something? Hrothgar is moving around. He's taking attrition damage, which is one of the issues with fighting things like the undead or taking undead territory, but... Alright, there we go. Gator. Really? Gator? They named a lizard man Gator? You should at least save that for a Crocsgore or something, game. Come on. Crocsgores are literally giant crocodiles. If you look at them up close, they'll even do the crocodile roll to rip chunks off the enemy. Really. This game, I swear. Nordland, you're actually doing things up in the north and trying to push back chaos. Seems like all my vision in that region has been vanished, though, because the Empire has been getting its butt kicked. After all, they're fighting their own kind. Because, of course, that's what you do when chaos is right there. You fight your own people. Sorry, I get irrationally annoyed about this. Because in the fluff, if chaos was acting like this, basically all the provinces would sit down, shut up, and throw troops at chaos. Border princes appear to be done with whatever they were doing with the Wood Elves. Wait, are the border princes trying to march up north to fight chaos? Because if so, goddamn border princes. Goddamn. Not something they never do in the fluff, but goddamn. They've been very staunch allies, honestly. I was not expecting that when I started this Let's Play. But I mentioned that before, but seriously, border princes and staunch allies do not generally go together. They've been a very good investment in time and money. Kept a lot of my armies from having to go back and take back territory. Kept a lot of my troops ready to go. Delay is doing things. They took Skavenblight after all, so they're probably pretty strong. Honestly, the fact that Talea took Skavenblight still weirds me out, kind of, because fluff-wise, taking Skavenblight just does not work, but it's a game! Gotta have things like that. Alright. Let's keep going and let's keep waiting. Let's see what Chaos does, for example. The Necrarch Brotherhood is moving on Al-Haik. The Necrarch Brotherhood is attacking Chaos! The Necrarch Brotherhood kicked Chaos' shit in! Even the undead want to know peace from this evil. And they're going to get peace from this evil by making this evil into pieces. By having them ripped apart by zombie hordes. Traditional, that. Alright, Templehoff, what are you going to do? Lead suicide into something. They tried to attack Waldenhof and failed. Come on, game. Hurry up. Clan Morlar does have a stack down here. They're and I know they're hiding Eshin, so I'm gonna have to root that out soon. Very soon. Too soon. Oh, the Warherd of Chaos attacked Volkmar and got shot to pieces, apparently. Faith, steel, and gunpowder once again proved to make the Empire great. Emperor Magnus had a very good point. Magnus the Pious was a smart man. Looks like the vessels are probably going to take Martek, though. No, they're backing off and continuing to raid. Chaos. What? What? Harald got his ass kicked, though, by the Heralds. Like, goddamn. The undead have actually done a pretty bang-up job on that stack, and that's pretty important. The Scalings seem to be a pretty big number up north, but the Varg have the advantage of having owned most of Kislev for a little while, and fortified it up very heavily. Uh-oh. I might have to end this episode early, ladies and gentlemen, if they're doing what I think they're doing. Oh my! Oh my! I'm fighting 4 stacks with 1. And a bit. Why does it have me have such a high auto-resolve chance? Oh my god. I didn't know this could happen if you garrisoned outside of some... Okay. Okay, this is really good. We're going to end the episode here, ladies and gentlemen. Next time we're going to fight this battle. I'd fight it this time, but there would be quite a bit of overflow. And that would result in this uploading very, very late. And we're back to like 2 turns an episode again, yeah. So, next time, we're going to have a very big defensive battle with Empire AI on my side. That's going to be really, really interesting, because I haven't actually played defensive with AI on my side literally ever. That being said, Iron Breakers are going to absolutely mulch everything that tries to get on the walls. Not even a question. They're just so durable. It's ridiculous. So, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below or on the threads on Spaceballs and Sufficient Velocity that will be linked in the description. And for now, goodbye!